What's up everybody, how's it going? It's Burke, aka Dansweight here, and welcome back to another premiere episode of the Final Fantasy X Masters mod by Karifean. Please remember to hit the like button and show the video some love, and I hope you guys have plenty of fun in the chat. Let's get going with this week's episode. And the level 1 locks means we are finally going to get some sphere grid manipulation and movement here. I'm going to keep going until I finish everyone's grids. I won't do anything there, but then when it comes to which lock to break, we might have a bit of a different option. Depends, really. Yeah, to be fair, it only lets you into... Oh, wait, no. You can break into Waka's grid, potentially. That's good. So, this is looking good. For now, it doesn't change what we're going to do, because a lot of characters have, like, a few extra boosts that they need before they get to the finale. We're one node away from double cast. I would have loved that against Overdrive Sin, of course. Yeah, I think you can guess what I'm going to do here. For what is a tank without HP? So I think giving one to Auron's probably still a no-brainer here. I have a mind to give him 2, but for now at least, just the first one. It's got to have another. Right, over 5. Okay. Yeah, here I need to kind of decide now. How much more HP is there on her path? Not a lot is the answer. I mean, Yuna is one of the ones I'm definitely thinking needs some. Kimahri needs some. He would obviously benefit pretty greatly. What is this? Delay Buster. Is it worth using anything for that? He's kind of committed to the mage path now. Auto life, Gura, regen, full life, dispel, collect. I feel like I want to keep him on that path in general. I've already got 3 physical attackers, so I think it's okay. Yuna did go up to 2,800, but compared to the rest, obviously, she's still behind. And it helps her Aeons out too. So I think second one, to me, that's a bit of a no-brainer is Yuna. She needs some more HP. And she's not going to get much more on her grid. And while for her one, interestingly, it is a level 3. So she'd have to... Where can she break? She can break into Tice's grid, which is not that useful to me. And that's it. Really. She can grab this for her Aeons, which could be useful for sure, but then it's Tidus's grid. I guess the time magic for Yuna would be a good idea, so maybe not the worst, but... Obviously, I want some black magic if I can get it for her as well. But then again, since she has Holy there, but some lower MP magic would also be very nice, I think. So decisions. I think Riku's increasingly lagging behind. I think she needs something. No. Let's keep going. Kimahri, I'm not going to commit to Delay Buster at the moment. Just going to keep him moving. Just wary of... I'm going to give Yuna at least one more. It's definitely helpful. And obviously the Aeons have got a nice sort of boost from that as well. Like, nothing crazy, but their stats are really starting to come up now. Auron, I think I will use one more on him. And then we'll leave like one wildcard HP for someone. Because he's going to get one more here. So by the end of his grid he'll be at 5... 630. Well, to be fair, he will have this as well. So almost 6,000. I think that's pretty good going. I think in order to try and survive more AoE moves, I think Riku needs it. So that's how we'll do it for now. Yeah, see, this is one of those. She's been doing a lot of copycatting, and it's been helping us a fair bit. How much magic is this? Oh man. Yeah, I've got to have it. It's been a strategy I've been using. I've been liking doing that because it's just so different to how I normally play. So I think I'm going to do that. And we already gave her an HP node to kind of try to keep her there or thereabouts. So keep it like that. Quick pockets. Oh man, that's huge. And a great move there. It is a very Riku move. I think it's a good call to have that there. So that's the situation for now. Oren gets a little more MP. Excellent. Okay. So on to Overdrive Sin we go. Just making another save here in case, based on Overdrive Sin's moves, I decide to distribute the spheres differently. Yeah, I was kind of trying to progress things and it moved me straight into Overdrive Sin. I didn't realize. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a quick scan here and I'm just going to reload. I haven't done anything for this fight. And cutscene remover's broken the music here as well, so I don't want to fight in silence, but it's just a very quick look. Excuse me. Excuse me. 360,000, but it is vulnerable to slow. And we already have a bit of slow proof. So let's not immediately get too down on ourselves here. Petrification, Confusion, Berserk, Provoke, Sleep. So we can zombify it, I believe. So I'm literally going to make a note here of this stuff. I feel like this is one boss where you kind of need to know all of the weaknesses to really make an impact. So Poison works. Zombie works. Don't know the resistances, but Breaks work. It's not immune to silence. I'm not sure that... I mean, does that mean you can avoid the counter? Probably yes. 1.5x with fire, lightning, ice. So literally just going to reset from this point. I'm not actually going to start the fight from here onwards. Right, okay. Now let's have a proper look at this. Now, good thing for us, we have this. So that's a really nice combination. We have this. Now, unfortunately for her, she doesn't have a slow proof, but Riku does. Now, Oren also does not have a slow proof. So that's another hole in his arsenal. But I think because he's such a low agility guy, I can't see him being a great asset in this one. He can deliver a full break to start with, but then outside of that, I'm not sure how useful he'll be. Okay, we have this. We don't have Holy yet, so I'm not sure how useful Yuna will be in the fight. But so Zombie Strike could be crucial here. Lane encounter. We'll have some Lightning Strike for him. Obviously, we could customize him a ball that has multiple elements on it to really get the damage going. Overdrive modes will be interesting here because it's going to be a different type of challenge. We're not going to be receiving much damage, and it's going to be a matter of how do we increase our output here. Like, for example, I was thinking, if it really does mostly just use slow, could we just Daredevil, like get everyone in with low HP and just charge up the overdrive on our turns? Maybe yes, but we'll have to see. I think maybe Warrior, honestly. We'll try a Warrior because literally the whole fight is about doing as much damage as possible, as quickly as possible. So something along those lines. So what I want to do, I'm gonna actually do something like this. So I'm gonna swap Oren in as soon as possible, get a full break in, get a poison in, get zombie in if I can, and then really get to work. So that's the plan. And we'll see if we can really crunch through 360,000. It sounds like impossible, but obviously it's not. So I'm sure we'll get it. Let's go. In this sense, this is a fight I've always thought was low-key awesome, just because it's such a different type of test to the others. Like, you kind of get used to going through the same type of motions, but with this one, there's less of a, like, you need to prep, you need to buff. Like, in terms of your defensive buffs, you need to get, like, your 5 times focus, 5 times cheer. Maybe this one, like, casting 5 times focus or cheer is just slow. Like, you shouldn't be wasting your time with it. We will find out.
Here we go! Yeah! I'm coming for you, Dad.
Dad. And we also need to see if this thing's going to sneeze us off the airship. I don't know if there's a little homage to the Pbirdman mod here from Karifean. We'll see. So begin with honestly slow here. And now Riku has Hasker. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. Obviously it mentions slow, but that doesn't mean that's the only move it has. So, now, let's get that full break in. Oh wait, he hasn't learned full break. What am I talking about? Let's start with this one. Oh, it's still out of range. Fine. Makes life a bit easier for us. What I want to do is actually use some reflect, because it's countering with slow as a spell, so we'll just bounce it back to itself, right? Let's get bio on. I don't know if how often it does any negation, anything like that. We will find out. So Demi obviously is a quad 9 guaranteed here. We'll copycat for another quad 9. And let's try Silence Buster here. Okay, that worked. Not a lot of damage though. We're not ready to do big damage yet. Maelstrom. Okay, well if it's got those type of attacks then... Alright, giving us some curse as well. With that one I'd need to track if it's max HP or current. I don't know at the moment. So now we start breaking. Okay. Let's just see out of MP efficiency here. I mean, it's not mental broken, so I don't think there's any point doing that yet. So let's just keep using Demi for now. We can get an Osmos in at some point. So we'll spam a little bit for now. What is this? So it still seems to have its moves. It is fighting back. I thought maybe he's designed it in a way where it almost doesn't really fight back very much. And it really is just a pure, like, you have to gun it down. So, let's... I need to get Oren back in the mix here. Oh no. Classic. Absolute classic. I think we're okay. Obviously, the last thing you want to do is to speed this guy up, but it's a classic mistake that always happens. And now you need to reapply slow. Oh, okay. So yeah, this is a different type of fight to what I was expecting. But good to know. So it really isn't as like, go all out attack and don't think about anything else. You're just really purely just doing as much damage as possible kind of thing. important stuff. Okay. So it does have a lot of tricks up its sleeve. Not sure how realistic it is for this attempt, but we'll see. And it can use negation. Okay. Yeah, so everything's gone now. And its base speed is not that bad. Like, if you look at it now, it's actually trading turns pretty well. So Riku dying was more of a problem than I thought. So this is a real fight. This isn't what I was thinking here. But it is a pattern, so I'm going to write this down. This is Demi. If I had to guess, it's going to rotate through those moves. So we're going to be ready for it, hopefully. I'm going to see a zombie strike here. Yep, that works. That's a start. Keep it silenced if we can. Maelstrom. This will be a good test. It is percentage based. But that's the one that gives you curse, I assume. Okay. Let's see. So I think focusing too hard on like delivering lots of debuffs is probably not the best idea. And I need to slow it before putting it into zombie status. I think that's probably a good shout. Now. Must be immune to percentage damage, or does life do some kind of quad 9? Let's find out. I assume this is going to do nothing, but we'll save it for the next attempt. It does do a quad 9. Okay, that's good to see. Then some kind of general move that does normal damage. Okay. So that's what we need to track. Normal damage move. That's fine. So, pretty bad attempt to start with there, but most of it I think is just because I took the wrong approach here. Oh, this could be a fun one. Let's go back to here. Yeah, so it was one of those where the scan told very little of the overall story, which is fine, but we have to be very careful. I think Orin had a curse proof, no? Or did we get rid of that? That was a different attempt. Yeah, no one has curse proof here. Now, I have a mind to keep Waka out there the whole time. To be honest though, silence isn't really that helpful here. It's still able to use a lot of its moves through silence still. We're getting zombified as well. So Lulu should be okay here. She should be okay. Orin could be okay. Yeah, the water spell was huge, so I do think we need to strategically keep bringing in Waka here for that. Or this is the stage at which we teach Tidus something like Silence Buster. Or maybe Triple Foul, honestly. Yeah, so I had a quick word with Karifean about this one because I really needed to know before committing, and he said that this is the equivalent of using the attack, so it does have a lower affliction tier than, say, using a buster. So I'm torn because, like, on the one hand I want silence, and on the one hand I want like armor break type stuff, but should Tidus have those, or should I give them to Riku, who does have good agility. Sorry, well, obviously has good agility, but good accuracy and luck. So she might be good as like a little status affliction machine. So maybe Tidus, at least it frees him up to continue to do his work on, you know, hasting people and whatever. And Riku can kind of help out a little bit more attackingly when she doesn't have an item to use. So it could negate item spam a little bit as well. So honestly, I think at this stage I'm actually going to give that a try. I'm going to give her Silence Buster and maybe Armor Break, something like that. Because we have Demi, I feel like when push comes to shove, Demi can kind of get through a high magic resistance because it's percentage based, but armor, it kind of, if something has like tough armor, it just it restricts so much. So we're going to try this. I think finally I'm going to cash these in. Riku's agility the last couple of fights has just been really taking over, and oof, I feel like it might be a good idea. So that's what we're going to try. And this is one fight where it might be a good idea to actually invest in Phoenix Downs and just kill it with a lot of Phoenix Downs. Because again, Riku is so fast that if we just spam a bunch of Phoenix Downs, we'll kill it pretty fast. So it costs 200. I'm gonna potentially do that. I basically need... I basically need 36 of them to kill him outright. I'm not going to do it purely with those, but it might be a nice idea to throw them in as an extra damage source.
Selling stuff now?
But of course, once Sin is gone.
Man, you're...
Okay. So it gives me some extra firepower with the likes of Riku, where I don't have to just try and spam like some kind of gems or something like that. So Riku can become a really important tool. And for anyone that's been thinking in this mod like Riku's kind of been nerfed a bit too much, I don't like it. That's totally fair. But I think she's been making quite a comeback, honestly. So let's see. I think Zombie Strike is still the one here, and we'll see how we do. So we're going to have... I'm going to kind of haste Waka and get him out of there. I think. Something like that. So I'm going to give this another go. I think I'm going to stick to Warrior Overdrive. Let's see if attempt 2 is a little better. I just have to come in and silence at the right times, because obviously the water stuff is really annoying. But the rest of it, I think I should have a chance of surviving and just not waste too many turns on trying to get Aura into like Armor Break and Mental Break and all that stuff. It'll just take too long. And well, negation happens, so we need to make sure we sort it out before then.
I'm coming.
Alright, here we go. Attempt number 2. So same combination as before, slow it first. Immune to the counter. And then speed it up. Okay. Let's see. I think Maelstrom, as I say, it breaks through silence, so we're not going to do that just yet. We're at long range, so I'm going to start with stuff like Demi. Just fire off as many quad 9s as I can. Let's get her speeded up again. Okay. So yeah, we got these two now, but when we're at close range. Negation happens, so I'm not going to try too hard to... in case I mess up the silence, it might be a good idea to do that. But I'm not going to try too hard to get any crazy buffs, mostly just work on haste. So we'll haste up Yuna as well. Okay, so this is where the fun begins here. In comes Maelstrom. It's big damage. Now, Riku, she already has Zombie Strike, so she can kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. That's Armor Break. Okay. So now, we start to spam life. But she does have slow proof, but she doesn't have zombie protection, right? Okay, so we'll have to watch out for that. But yeah, so as long as this counter's sorted, I think we're all right. Now with armor break, how much damage is Tidus actually gonna do? That's also another factor. Or do we bring out Kimari and he's spamming life as well? I mean, you can't beat like quad 9 damage, but he doesn't have slow proof, so that's the only thing I think. He can hit with like delay attacks maybe. Yeah, it's not immune to delay. 5,800 is still pretty good. Let's see. If I time the counters well, I think it should be alright. Like, Demi's gonna do quad 9 for a long time. Is she immune to slow or not? She's also not, so that's one of her weaknesses. I'm not going to use Reflect because I need to get people back into haste. And so it's just generally not a good idea, I feel. So we need to keep count after this one, like how many attacks there's been. I don't think that was number 4, so that's why I was okay with it. So next is a what I've written down as normal damage move. So I think that means we need to keep Tidus healed up here. I assume it's some kind of magic move. I don't know, but whatever the case, we'll keep going here. Okay, it's the one that hits you with zombie. Okay, normal damage move, zombie. Now I think after this it's the water-based move. So here we're going to Silence Buster. So it can't retaliate there. Spam more delays. So now we're really going to unload. I think still worth a demi here. I think the Holy Waters are probably worth spending here because it gets rid of Curse as well, so doubly useful. And that way we can keep charging that Overdrive, so I think I need to use them, honestly. Water. So now I'm going to trust in the fact that the next move is the Water Girl, whatever it did last time. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to say Water Girl here. I think that was supposed to be Water Girl, but we managed to stop it doing that. We're going to keep the pressure on. We just need a break damage limit so we could make use of that. So I think we're pretty firmly on track here. I don't know the HP right now, but I think it's good. Let's delay attack. Yeah, it's going to be a little while before the next move comes around, so I think delay attack is nice, but Tidus himself takes quite a big penalty for doing that, so maybe it's not the best idea. I don't know. Now here I don't really remember what it can do, so I'm going to trust in the fact that that'll be enough. And then I think so Lulu can charge a bit more Overdrive. Okay, now negation happens. Okay. So this is where we need to kind of get our setup back up to speed as soon as possible. One way to do that is to do this. And then haste ourselves back up. And then put poison back on. Okay. It's already looking better again. Now, I forgot if it did a big move after this, but we'll take our chances. Or does it loop back to the beginning? Yeah, I think that would have been Demi. So, next comes Maelstrom. But we need to get slow back on. I totally forgot about that. Damn it. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, I don't want to use an hourglass here. I don't think that'd be worth it. And well, the only problem for Lulu is that she can't Osmos now, so I think we kind of need to rely a little bit more on Yuna to get things done. I'm going to do my best to not make the mistake of Osmosing a zombie. Okay. One step closer, but now I'm going to put slow back on. So, again, keeping note here. Get that slow back on, we really need it. Keep the pressure on. This is Overdrive Sin, the pay-to-win model. Honestly, like, Overdrive for Yuna just doesn't seem that helpful here. Like, she's better off trying to to like do real damage, I think. A little bit of preservation here because this is the one like damaging move that could cause some issues coming up. So I need to be ready for it. I'm hoping Riku survives it. Otherwise that will be a setback. Ah, shit. It's a little bit more powerful than I thought, honestly. So, yeah, she's not going to get her turn in time. So this is a bit of damage limitation here. I need to Sinus Buster here. 128,000. It's going to be tight now. I think I was on a good run, but I've kind of screwed myself over a little bit here. Alright, let's keep going. Yeah, so now I have a whole bunch of turns where I'm not going to get damaged. So I need to really make use of these. Okay. Right, so now we really need to go. It is go time. No armor break here, so let's see. 89,000. I think we have enough. But negation's going to come at an annoying time. So now at this stage I'm like, can I get this done without fully spamming items all the way? Yeah, the problem is Kimari doesn't have slow protection. How many more do I need? I need 9 more Phoenix Downs. It would basically leave me where I started, so all the ones that I brought I would basically end up using. Yeah, all of these guys have slow proof. So for Yuna, I'm going to use life. We still have poison damage to help us out as well here. So I think we can get this done now. But just got to watch out for what happens after negation and how many turns we get, because I think it goes to like full overdrive after that. Okay. Subtract 29,000. Okay, hopefully should be enough. It's going to be very tight. I might go for someone who doesn't have haste, that's still relatively quick. Just to not lose too much momentum here. Only problem would be that if this is the slow turn, if it is, then it'll all go to shit, so I'm just going to take my chance here. So it's going to be a close finish. Another 7,200. This is the last set now. Of course it had to be... This is going to be the negation turn, right? It's not. Oh, okay. I thought that was a negation turn. I think we're good now. 12,000. Okay. So we got to preserve at least some of our Phoenix Downs. That's something. Okay. So what we're going to do... We're going to armor break as well here. Good crit. And then Sir Auron, who hasn't done anything all day long, is going to come in and hopefully finish the job. There it is. So yeah, the zombie plus Phoenix Downs really made a huge difference. But there you go, not too bad at all. I think the fact that it's not immune to silence was a big deal. Obviously getting rid of the big water spell was huge. That was the one like true danger, I think, and the rest of it we managed to get through. Whew. Successful session once again, and we have made it inside Sin. Truly the final chapter of this story, along with visually one of my favorite FMVs of the entire game. Oh. Omnis awaits, but before that we have the most difficult set of random encounters we've faced so far in the game, of course. Behemoth King in this one could be like harder than some of the bosses that we face throughout the run. We will see. And I think Omnis is another one of those where it's the final iteration of Seymour. And in my head I've always been like, it should be stronger. Omnis, like people tend to beat Omnis a lot more easily than they beat Flux. And I was always like, that's not right, man. Like, Omnis needs to be a serious boss. And so I think Karifean knows that. And he's probably cooked up a particularly nasty Omnis. So we shall see. Ooh, 10 healing waters. And again, why every time do we have to end up with one of the girls getting something?
Dan, where are you?
We must go to him.
Then we will. Let me take front.
Good luck.
Follow me.
We've received like what, 4 weapons now? 3? Alchemy. Like, for her, I don't think that's useful. So I think I'm going to do that fight again. It ended up being not too bad. So I'm going to save here. I'm going to do that fight again. It's the first time, but I feel like it's happened multiple times now. So I'm going to do it again and see if I can get something better. Okay, so there's win number 2. I thought, let me do this legitimately instead of trying to basically just hack in whatever I want. I feel like that'd be a bit rude. Again, it's the girls. I don't know if it's programmed for that to be the case. The last, like, 5 equipment drops now have just been the girls. Now, this one actually might be a better option because she can actually use. So maybe that helps. I think, ideally, I'd want it on Orin. That would be perfect. But then again, if it's appearing as an armor thing, then Orin's always going to need his tanky armor, I assume. But it would be a great variation of basically... For example, if I got one of these for Orin, I think I would 100% add Auto Phoenix to this. And so if there's ever a fight where it's not as much of a status thing, he just kind of needs to survive the raw damage, then maybe it's a nice idea. So I'm gonna put a save here, like for this one. I'm gonna just try a couple more times. It doesn't take that long to do, and I think it might be worth it. But this one's better than I think the first one I got, because Yuna obviously can use. So for Albed potions and stuff, it would be nice. But moving ahead, I think Albed potions are going to get less and less relevant when we get really deep in the game. So I just want to see... I might ask Karifean if there's a chance that Orin can get it. Okay, so this is win number 3. Let's see what we get from this one. We get a healing rod. Is that any better? Is it always alchemy? It is always alchemy. Yeah, because it appears on a weapon ability. How do you normally even customize it? Still healing water. Okay. I think I might just run with this, honestly. I don't want to kind of abuse it too much. I gave it 3 goes. It's the first time in the entire run where I decided to try and re-beat a boss to see if I can get a better drop. And I think in an ideal world, you go for, I think something like either like an alchemy weapon for Auron, or an alchemy armor for him, so that he can basically be a tank and auto Phoenix people. Because again, with auto Phoenix, his agility being so bad won't be as big a factor because he'll still instantly revive people. I mean, basically I now have 2 saves. In one of them, Yuna has it as an armor, one of them she has it as a weapon. But if you're building like a quote-unquote ultimate weapon for Yuna, maybe alchemy is better, so we can still reserve like those slots for something else. So it's a tough one. I don't know if I want it on an armor or if I want it on a weapon. What else can we customize on armor at this stage? Basically, I don't think we are going to get a 4-slot armor, and that's why 4 slots with all of the slots free. So that's why I'm like, obviously for Auron we can also make a secondary thing that has some auto potion in there. So if he had alchemy on his weapon, he could auto potion as well. He could have like auto potion, auto Phoenix on like a secondary weapon, on like a secondary armor. So like Auron getting it is the one that makes the most sense to me. Secondary to that is either Riku or Yuna. And for Riku, she technically already does have an alchemy. So worst case, we might have to do a little bit more weapon switching. Also, like, I'm thinking ahead, Riku gets quick pockets. So if she had alchemy and quick pockets, obviously that's a very powerful combination. And she basically has that already. And we can customize some more. So I think I'm going to let it go. I'm not going to really farm this because it might take me like 10 wins, 15 wins, 20 wins. Maybe I'm just unlucky. And it will take me a very long time before I can get the alchemy weapon or armor. And he does have this weapon. I can always add alchemy to this weapon if I really want anyway. So that's why I'm not going to push it too hard. I want to just give it a few goes because it's one of those rare occasions where I can actually beat a boss pretty quickly. Especially with ×4, it takes about like 5 minutes. But I think we're gonna stick with this and we're gonna move things along. Because a date with Seymour Omnis awaits. No more purple spheres, right? So we now have another character who can do auto life, who also has the the MP to do it. 135, nice. And we still get that little agility boost, so that's good. Agility, welcome for him. You can see he's not getting that much more strength. Well, okay. No, he is. Like, this final bit is definitely very strength heavy, but until I get there, there's still quite a lot. So far, at least, I have been making use of the Riku Haste-Gur. I think it's been working relatively well. And now, we have full break. I think one thing actually I should do, I want to check how much the MP cost of this is. Honestly, I might actually do it one more time. I think I can get away with the previous fight without having to use full break. I might teach it to Riku still. It is 99 MP. But obviously a fantastic all-rounder. Because I could definitely do... I can definitely do it, and I free myself up another skill sphere. So I think that's what I'll do. As much as I said that now, I think I'm going to give it one more go, because I've just realized that now. Like, it's one of the first times. I think I'm happy with the white magic. I'm even happy with the Silence Buster, honestly. I'll keep the Silence Buster. I think that's been helpful. but I think the armor break wasn't really necessary. And I can replace that with full break. So one more reload. I will rejoin back here. Obviously, I'm not going to keep showing you guys this, but I will fight one more time. So I'll reload the earlier save and get rid of armor break for Riku. We can get by without it. With the basically, if I wasn't relying on the Phoenix Downs, I think then I'd rely a lot more on like armor break and Tidus coming in, lots of rapid hits and that kind of thing. But I think it's not necessary with the strategy that I went for in the end. Okay, there we go. This is the final win. I'll take what I get here. It's probably going to be terrible now. It's Riku. It's on a weapon though. It's on an armor, sorry. Because they're weapon abilities in my head, I just keep mixing it up. Fine. Yeah, we'll make it work one way or another. We do have our skill sphere back, at least. Yeah, okay. Ah, we get double cast. I forgot that I hadn't done this one yet. Well now, if this is Drain, that's a really nice natural little progression here. So for now at least, I'm going to break this one. So it's the first time, this is the first node we have activated outside of someone's grid. Now what we can also do, I think I'll go as far as Drain, and maybe pick up this health, so like up to this node, and then possibly use a return sphere to get back to here and begin the hunt for Ultima, potentially. So that's definitely an interesting little situation there for Lulu. Forgot, I thought I did all of the characters before I went back. Missed double cast. Now the big question is, do we ever get 1 MP cost? That would be good to know. So close to Holy. I don't think beating Omnis is going to give us enough for Holy. So this is the save we are officially rolling with now. Yeah, we're going to overwrite this one. So I think we'll go back to this setup here. Yeah, Waka is the worst in terms of armor. He just really doesn't have much at all. Yeah, still unsure what to customize for this one. I think alchemy is probably a good idea, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Obviously, we can do like piercing, counterattack, magic counter, but maybe having one more ability like alchemy could be a big one. So I've done a lot of customizing recently. I'm just going to kind of chill on the customization for a little bit, see if we can actually get through this area, and then we'll take a look. So still, we can stick to things like Tactician, be Stoic for Auron. Increasingly maybe Tactician for Riku, honestly, with the Zombie Strike. We'll leave Lulu on Warrior. So I'm going to save over here. This is a long stretch, and it has some important chests potentially, and so that's why I want to try and do this bit properly. So it might be like an episode and a half, maybe 2 full episodes just on encounters here. But this is important. Like you might get some truly good chests here. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, my friends, I'm wrapping it up for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you are continuing to enjoy the series. Please remember to hit the like button if you haven't already. I will see you for the next one. Thank you for watching. Take care.